What's going on, you guys? Good morning. Today is June 13th, 2025. Welcome to live trading. We're gonna be live trading today. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so currently we have the 4-hour chart. If you guys see this little indicator right here, this little candlestick, this represents the 4-hour candle. The name of this indicator is higher time frame power of 3 by 2 degrees. It's really good. And then I just kind of adjusted my settings. Okay, so this is the settings that I have set for it right here. I'll show you guys so you can see. I just offset it by 20. It depends on your screen how big it is, but for me, I offset it by 20 on here. So if we go ahead and we look at the 4-hour chart, okay, we want to see some narrative. I'm gonna build up some narrative for us to be able to trade off of for today. So yesterday, we pushed up off this 4-hour fair value gap that we have right here. We swept this sell side and then we pushed up, failing to continue up higher. Now we did react off of this order block right here. We also have this imbalance on the 4-hour that we completely filled. Notice how the bodies of the candles right here are respecting the 50% of this order block on the 4-hour. Okay, this candle right here, this up close candle and this up close candle here collectively make up the order block that price traded back up into. Now, once this candle formed right here, this specific down close candle right here formed, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, price is no longer gonna push up higher, because if we were actually gonna push up higher, then we would have pushed through the previous up close candle's high. Okay, once price pushed down through the body of this up close candle, we now had a change in the state of delivery. You can see here right at 6 o'clock open, price aggressively moved. We had a move come out of nowhere at around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was because Israel bombed God knows where. I don't know where they bombed, but they bombed somewhere, which resulted in this large range push down. This push down was a lot of points. It was damn near 400 points, in that 4-hour candle. So that was crazy. 200 of that was in less than 3 minutes. So crazy move down. Now, I'm no longer looking for higher prices. So if you notice here, the bodies of these candles are pretty much respecting the premium high of this daily bearish fair value gap. Even if you go here on the daily chart, you'll see it a bit better. So we are respecting it. So what does this mean? Okay, if you look at the overall dealing range that we're currently in on the daily chart, you can see from this high down to this low, we're in a very deep premium. I don't even need to take out a fib. You can just see it with your own eyes. We're in a very deep premium. With that being said, price might need to come back down and sweep some of this sell side liquidity, maybe even this low right here, before we continue up higher. Because whenever we reach all-time highs, it never just takes it out immediately. It always stalls a little bit. It might push up close to it, come back down into the range, and then push back up. So that's kind of what we want to see and what we would expect for the next maybe week or the next month. You can even see on the monthly chart, it is the 13th of the month, so we're about almost 2 weeks into the month. And we formed large wicks on both sides. So that's telling us that we're quite indecisive of where we want to go for this month. We're also trading into this this is the weekly chart. On the month, we're kind of, slowing down momentum on the bullish side. So we formed a wick on there. So I apologize, that was my mistake. On the weekly time frame, we're kind of indecisive. We've gone up and then we've also came back down. If you go look on the weekly, we're also trading into this order block right here, represented by this candle and this candle with this fair value gap right here as well. And you can see we're very deep into a premium on there as well. So that's some higher time frame context. Now, if we go into the 4-hour chart, notice how we now made this fair value gap has now become an inverse fair value gap. So now I can change this label from a 4-hour bullish fair value gap to a 4-hour bearish inversion fair value gap. Why is it an inversion fair value gap? Because we pushed through and closed beneath it. Okay, so we respected it once, twice, and then we failed. closing beneath it, it now becomes an inversion fair value gap. Now, I really like how price pushed up here during London and early New York. We pushed up here, and then now we have been dropping from it. There was, if you look here, even on the 1 hour time frame, for me personally, Misael, I don't see us pushing up any higher. We've already came up into this 4 hour fair value gap. Ideally, it's where I would like to see hold. There is a possibility though that it could get, if this high could get taken. So there's two scenarios that I'm looking at today, okay? The first scenario is that we just melt, okay? And we take out sell side. There's a lot of low resistance liquidity where, although we're not above 1800 opening price, we are above New York midnight opening price. So we're still relatively in a premium relative to 12 a.m. New York midnight open. So that's totally fine. Okay, now relative to what's going on here, okay, there is this order block right here represented by this candle right here on the 1 hour chart. This order block alongside New York midnight opening price with this low right here, okay, could halt price from pushing lower. So it is Friday. We do have high impact news. If we look at Forex Factory right here, we have 10 a.m. prelim UOM consumer sentiment, and then we have prelim UOM inflation expectation. So we do have news that is high impact. We also have Trump speaking at National Security Council, like he has a meeting at 11 o'clock, according to Financial Juice. Remember, if you're trading on Alpha, Financial Juice is the website that you need to be using to look at your news. You can't be in a trade within 2 minutes before or 2 minutes after. You can hold it through, but if you get stopped out or anything happened during that time, you will not be eligible for a payout. That is if you're on the standard plan. If you're on the advanced plan, you don't have to worry about that. So we do have these news releases we have to look out for. So because of the news, we could see, an increase in volatility today. But typically Fridays for me they don't really move how I want them to move. So we're gonna see how it goes. Personally, I don't plan on entering anything until after 10 o'clock, just because I just wanna see how, the news plays out. I'm not here to gamble. I'm not here to force any setups. There could potentially be a setup right at open, but I'm not really expecting that setup to push us aggressively in one direction or another, just because we have that news. Typically ahead of news, price is going to consolidate, and then the news will offer that large range move. So we also have a lot of potential areas. This is not a low resistance liquidity run. There is low resistance liquidity within here, but this is very high resistance. Like we have an order block right here. We have another order block right here. We have another, there's a smaller order block right here as well. So there's all of these potential areas that price could react off of that's not going to give us a smooth, clean run straight lower. Now we are reacting off of this large imbalance, so that is something that could propel us to push down through here. But given that there is news and that there is all of these areas that price could give us a reaction off of, even here right now, like we're ahead of market open, it's 9:23 a.m. So, obviously I'm not expecting price to just start melting through here, but you can see how even right here, price is reacting off of this order block. So just a few things to look at. We're just gonna wait and see. Again, price could push up here. We have this breaker right here, represented by this down close candle and then this down close candle right here. What is a breaker? Okay, the breaker is right here. Why is this a breaker? This is a breaker because we have a swing high here that gets taken, and then we take out the low responsible for putting in that higher high. Okay, so we can expect price to potentially come into the midpoint of here and then push us down. Again, you see how I'm building narrative? I'm giving you guys different scenarios that you can have in your head, so that when price opens, you're not just like blank spaced, because a lot of us have trouble with our daily bias. So what I like to do is I like to have one overall daily bias. Okay, for example, I want to see lower prices for today. Okay, but just because I want to see lower prices for today does not mean that I'm gonna see lower prices right now. That means that I might need to wait for price to push up. And it might offer us an opportunity to go long, okay, up into this area, because there's a lot of range to get up there. So right now we're just gonna have to sit on our hands and wait. Market open is in about 2 minutes right now. See, there's about 400, there's a 100-point range up until this area. It could happen to where even price, could push up here, and then we just consolidate the rest of the day, and then we don't see anything happen. So there's a lot of different possibilities that could play out today. Again, today's Friday. We don't want to force anything. We want to let price tell us what it's going to do. So again, we have news at 10 a.m. So it's best to wait up until then. I'm not going to force anything. If I see anything, I'll let you guys know. Again, this is not a signal service. I'm not here to give you guys signals. I'm here to show you guys exactly what I'm seeing in price, and for you guys to be able to learn and to enter based off of what I'm telling you, and showing you as well. So market open is in about 1 minute. So let's get ready and prepared, and we'll see what happens at market open. All right, market just opened. Okay, I want to see what happens here. It looks like we're going to push up. Looking at the 15-minute chart, it looks like we're gonna push up. We're already pushing up, which is fine. We reacted off of this imbalance right here after taking out this low. So I wanna see how price pushes up into right here. There was an opportunity to take a long right here. I did see it, but personally, I wasn't in the mood to take any trade right now. I'm not, in a rush. I'm just gonna wait. That would have been a great trade. I would have made all the money I needed for today. It's like 300 ticks or so. But again, we're not in a rush to trade. We're not in a rush to click any buttons. We just want to take our time and let price offer us something that is high probability. I didn't even notice that ES took out this low. So did YM. So that changes a lot actually. So that's SMT. We could actually continue to push up for the remainder of the day. So that's something to think about as well. One thing that I want you guys to understand is that it's okay to not take a trade. It's okay to go one day without having to take a trade. A lot of us are too focused, even me specifically sometimes, I'm speaking from experience, are too focused on, I need to catch a trade today. I need to take something today. It's like we're itching, like we're druggies. We're not here, it's not a drug. Okay, we're operating a business. We need to treat it like a business. Okay, so for example, today, I'm not saying I was double-sided on my narrative necessarily, but there were a few things that I wanted to see play out, and it's not, it's playing out how I thought it would play out. Okay, but right now there's nothing being offered. We just shot up 500 ticks at open. Yes, in hindsight, looking at it, we could have entered. There was an entry you could have taken, off of the 1 minute or even the 5 minute ahead of market open. But I know in my rules, I tell myself I'm likely not to enter ahead of market open. So right now I'm gonna wait. And if there's no setup that forms today, then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not having to take a trade. Again, it's Friday. Statistically, in my back testing and in my own journal, I know that on Fridays, those are the days where I lose the most amount of money. Now, it's not because the price action is not good. It's because I may take a loss and then I go in again and I take another loss. Now I'm mad because I took 2 losses, giving back some of my weekly profits. That results in me revenge trading, and I always end up screwing myself up more and more and more. So one thing that I've implemented to reduce that is simply to either just go into Fridays without the expectation of taking any trade. Okay, I've had a fantastic trading week. I've had a bunch of wins. There's no need to give back my profits on Friday because I'm being greedy. So just sit on your hands right now. If you took a trade, Mr. you took this trade, get the hell off the charts. You're done. I don't want to hear anything about you taking any other trade for the day. Okay, because there's no need. You already took your win. You only need 1 win per day. You don't need to take 30 trades in a day. It's unnecessary. Okay, notice how this 5-minute candle right now came down beautifully to rebalance the previous 5-minute candle. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Now, ideally, I'd like to see price push up from here. Ideally, I want to see price push up from here. Again, I'm just outlining trades right now. Just watching price. I want to see this previous 5-minute candle's high taken. Right here. Now, upon taking it, I want price to aggressively displace. Beautiful. It's moving exactly how I want it to move. I want this 5-minute candle in the next 20 seconds to close above that blue line. That's going to indicate that price is actually going to push up aggressively higher. Again, we have 20 minutes until the news release, so we have plenty of time, but I want to see price push up aggressively. Okay, we closed above that blue line, which is good. Now I want to see the previous 5-minute candle get pushed through. I want to see price push straight through it. If you look on the 1-minute chart, you'll see how price just came back down into this order block. Now I want to see price push up from here. I want to see price push up and take out this high right here. If you're in this trade, okay, you can comfortably trail your stop loss beneath this candle's low. Why? Because this candle's low is the bottom of the order block right there. I don't want to see that candle violated. Once we get a closure above this down close candle right here, there's going to be a change in the state of delivery on this candle, okay, which is going to tell us that we're, in fact, going to continue to push up higher. Once we get a nice push above this candle's high, you can trail your stop loss right beneath this candle's low. There's 30 seconds remaining in this 1-minute candle. I want to see this 1-minute candle move with displacement, with aggression. I don't want to see it stall. We need to get a nice push up higher, just like that. I want to see it continue to push up. Ideally, okay, this 1-minute candle has 15 seconds remaining. I want to see it push up above that down close candle right here. Ideally, that's what I'd like to see. Okay, it didn't close quite how I wanted it to, but that's totally fine. Now this 1-minute candle needs to put in some work. I don't want to see this current 5-minute candle's low revisited. I want to see this current 5-minute candle low remain intact. That's ideally what I'd like to see. We have about 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in this 5-minute candle. I want to see price push up from here. Okay, again, I don't want to see this low violated. So if you're in this trade right here, you can trail your stop loss right here. I don't want to see this low violated. If it gets violated, for me, I don't like this trade anymore. I want to see that low hold. There is around 15 seconds or so remaining in this 5-minute candle. We have 15 minutes until news, so we want to be extremely cautious and careful. So the new 15-minute candle opened. We're just rebalancing the previous 15-minute candle's range. Yep, we just took that candle's low. That's not what I wanted to see at all. There is a possibility we could still push up from here, but for me, I don't like this. If you're in this trade, you would have gotten stopped out on your trailing. I want to see price continue to push down lower from here. I want to see the previous 15-minute candle low taken. Yep, I need to see this 1-minute candle displace lower. We have 37 seconds left. It took the previous 1-minute candle low. Let me go to the 1 minute. But now I need it to push. Okay, it's moving nicely now. I want to see price start to aggressively displace down lower.
I'm in this.
Yeah, I'm in it too. This low right here needs to get taken, like immediately, right now. There needs to be displacement.
But, yeah, and that 4-hour wick already put in, right?
Yeah, we already put in the 4-hour wick. So look at this candle right here.
This is gonna push aggressively.
I need it to aggressively push right now. Then there's gonna be a change in steady delivery on the 1 minute. After we close through here, we need to get a nice push through this candle body right here.
There you go.
Okay, now I need to see it push right now. Like we barely closed beneath the body. It needs to aggressively displace lower. I don't like how we're consolidating here at these wicks. There needs to be aggressive displacement lower.
There's a big 15-minute FVG too, right below it.
We should push. The 1 hour looks very good. We should get displacement right now. We should get displacement right now. Boom. That's what I like. Cool. Now I need to see it aggressively displace lower. I need to see it melt right here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yalla bina, yalla, yalla, yalla. Come on, come on, yalla, go.
Yep.
Displacement, that's what we want.
Come on, I want to move my stop, but I still need.
I'm holding this trade until we push down a lot more.
Would have failed.
I got Asia. I got the lows. Asia low.
Yeah, I'm looking at lows. Asia lows.
Let's go, boys.
I just took off a partial. I trailed my stop loss. Okay.
Same here.
Break even.
I moved it above this candle's high right here. So this is where my.
Would you wanna wait till that 1 minute candle closes? I guess now, but
There's no need because we displaced so aggressively with that 1 minute candle that I was comfortable. And once we start pushing, once we push through this candle right here, I'm putting my stop loss above here. So I'm gonna secure all of those profits because right now I'm up a good amount. So there's no need for me to.
you don't want to risk more. Like you want to.
Yeah, like I'm good right now. Exactly. Like I'm comfortable right now. You know.
Yeah.
That was a nice trade, bro.
We still have so much room to go down.
Yeah, I need us to push down like aggressively right here.
I'm looking at the 9:15 low as a target. Possibly.
Yes, yes, right here. It's sell side right here. That's what I want to see as well.
Was that 21,452?
Yeah, Andrew, we rebalanced to discount technically and then rejected the breaker, right?
Yeah.
So that's why.
Hell yeah, damn. Chip.
That's a banger trade. Come on, now we want to see price just aggressively. Once we take out this candle's low right here, I'm trailing my stop loss. and you'll see where I'm gonna trail it.
I ain't even positioning
Boom.
this good right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Trailing right here.
And break even.
I've trailed aggressively. Now I don't want to see that candle. There's no need for that candle to get violated. So right now, I want to see price just push straight down lower.
Yeah.
Pretty much to disrespect all of the bullish PD arrays.
Correct.
Or the, yeah, discount arrays.
Honestly, bro, there's equal lows on NQ. You see that?
Yeah, there is. It's far. That's why, like, I wanted to see lower prices for today. The whole entire day, like, I wanted to see lower prices. But I looked at the SMT. This is why I don't like using SMT too much, because it made me think, okay, we could potentially push up higher. But I just looked at NQ and, you know, it was doing everything that I wanted it to do for us to continue and push down lower. So I could get stopped out right here on trailing, but if I do get stopped out here, I don't really care, honestly, because I secured my profits. Yeah, I got stopped out here at trailing. That's fine. I still made a lot of money on this trade, so I'm not really worried about getting stopped out right here. I'm good.
Nice.
Great trade. I managed it well. I didn't want to give back any of my profits, so that was me not willing to hold. So for me, I'm good. Okay, so I just got back in. This is a risky trade that I took. About to show you guys, but I entered it in light. Stop loss is right here. Oh shit. It's very risky. It could get stopped out here. I'm not worried though, because I'm not risking all my profits. I'm risking some of my profits. So if I do get stopped out here, it is what it is. I'm not telling you guys to take this trade. It's very risky, but I thought this would be a great re-entry to go short all the way down to those lows. Once we get a push and close beneath this candle's low right here, I'm gonna trail to break even. I need to see aggressive displacement down lower here. There we go. I need to see us dump. I've trailed my stop loss to this high right here. I want to see us close beneath this low.
Yeah, you see how you took another trade right there? I'm not confident in that, and I would like to learn.
Why? I'll show you. I just took off a partial just because, oh shit, it's dumping.
Oh, baby. All right, I'm trailing now.
Oh, come on. Hold that shit. Hold that shit.
I got out full close. I'm good. I don't want to hold that anymore. I'm up a bag for the day, so I'm good.
Oh, hell nah.
I'm up a bag. That shit can run all the way down to hell. I don't give a shit. Okay, I got out. So there's a few reasons why I was confident to take this trade. Okay, and let's just go.
1 second. I'm sorry, bro. 1 second. So my thesis on this, it retraced to the 1 minute FVG. Okay, then maybe I'll take that. But if it's aggressively pushing down like this, I'm not really comfortable taking like a retracement that quick unless I see like a sweep of liquidity, and then, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you, everything you just said was there. So let me explain something. Okay, there's a few scenarios. Okay, so let's go back to the 5 minute chart. Okay, where did I enter? I entered on this. Let me see what time I entered on. I entered at 10:15. Okay, this is the 10:15 candle. Okay. Let's take a look at what just happened here. Okay, so I'm gonna explain some narrative for these trades. Okay, so we said, okay, we have two scenarios for the day. Either price is going to push up based off of the SMT that we saw on ES, YM, and NQ, or price is going to push up into the premium of the range on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. We're gonna react off of the 1 hour breaker and we're gonna push down lower. Okay, so I opened, we aggressively pushed up, then we failed to continue creating new higher highs. Okay, you can even see here, right as this candle was forming, I wanted to see price push up and close above here if we were going to continue up higher. However, we failed. Once this candle failed and closed bearish, this now became a sweep of liquidity. So this became a sweep of liquidity right here. Okay, the news. The news, I wanted to see dump us down lower. What did it do instead? It manipulated us higher. But notice, and this is crazy how algorithmic this is. Notice how not only did we push up higher, where did we stop? We stopped beneath the 50% of this candle right here. This candle is an order block. Price didn't even hit the 50%. That's telling me that, okay, that order block is actually supporting price. Okay, we're actually going to continue down lower. So when we drop down into the 1 minute, yes, it wasn't the cleanest, okay, but I entered with the confidence that price is not going to come back up into this wick. Why? Because this is the wick that already tapped into that order block. I don't want to see price come back up above the 50% of it. One thing, and I'll teach you guys this in a second from yesterday, I forgot to mention it, is wicks. It's called wick theory. You can use wicks. Wicks represent imbalances on a lower time frame. So you can utilize them. You can trade off of the 50% of the wicks. So this trade right here, okay?
That's why I put my stop, yeah?
Yeah, I had my stop right here above the bodies of these candles right here. I didn't really want to see the 50% of the wick violated. You know, I could have had my stop loss here, but that was too big, so I had it right here. Cool. Okay, we pushed down. I got stopped out at my trailing. That's fine, that's normal. Okay, now Mo, how did I take this trade? If you go over to the 5-minute chart, you can see how this 5-minute candle right here aggressively displaced lower and closed beneath this low. Because we closed beneath this low, this for me is the draw. I want to see this sell side liquidity taken. So I'm expecting lower prices. Now, because price is already pushed up aggressive bullish, I don't expect price up until we take out this low right here to offer us any retracements. Why? Because on a higher time frame, this represents a wick, because there's buying and selling. So up until price comes and takes out the body of this up close candle right here, there is no higher time frame change in the state of delivery. So if we go on the 1 hour chart right here, until we get a nice push and closure beneath this body right here, even on the 30-minute right here, that isn't considered a change in the state of delivery. So you see this formation right here, bullish candle, sweeping liquidity, bearish candle immediately comes out after. Ideally, I'd like to see this current 30-minute candle close beneath the body of here. Okay, now going back to this specific trade, we came up, okay, sweeping this little liquidity right here, which is where my stop was. And I knew this was gonna be the case, but for me, I just didn't want to hold. So I said, I'm trailing aggressively. I'm on Apex accounts. Whenever I'm on Apex accounts, it's a bit harder for me to comfortably hold because I have a trailing drawdown. And right now I haven't beat the buffer. So I have to be strategic. I don't wanna be up $500 and then get stopped out at break even, and then now I'm technically down 500 from the highest that my equity was at. So I trailed here, I secured my profits. Okay, cool. We pushed up here. We failed to hit this low, which is fine, but we came into this imbalance right here, coming almost to the 50%. So because we already hit the 50% of this imbalance and we displaced down lower, I did not want to see that high of the wick violated. Now I did enter here with my stop loss above this wick, and I was contemplating trailing right here once this specific candle took out this low. But because this specific candle failed to take out this low, I knew that price would come back up into this wick, because this wick represents what? It represents a rejection block. A rejection block is going to be a large wick with an order block right beneath it that takes out an area of liquidity, also known as a sponsored candle. So I don't want to see that candle's high violated, okay? So right as we got this aggressive push up, I didn't freak out because it's just engineering more liquidity. People are seeing this push up after we've rebalanced here. They might look at this range right here. Oh, we're in a discount of the range from here to here, not paying attention to the higher time frame narrative. Okay, so now people are placing buys. Imagine they're just spamming buys. So the algorithm knows that they're doing this, and boom, it's gonna take out sell side. So right as I saw, I was in with 1 mini across all my accounts. Right as I saw price push through here and fail to take out this green candle's high, immediately I trailed my stop loss here and I added another contract. So my risk originally was around $325 per account. Even with 2 contracts here, it still only remained at $240 per account. So I was able to double my position size and then also reduce my risk at the same time, simply because I understand certain highs and lows and how they should be respected, and failures of candles to close, etc., etc. Also, this candle's high was the high of the current 15-minute candle at that time. Boom, our target just got hit. That's beautiful, that's perfect. That's it. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed watching this live stream, you guys want to become a student of mine, the link is going to be in the description down below. All of my students here were able to capitalize off of all of these trades. We all ate today. Great trading day, fantastic. We waited until the news release. We did everything according to our trading plans. This is what trading is all about. I built a fantastic community inside of my Dumbbells and Dollars Discord where we can all learn and grow together, not only through trading, but also mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. I encourage everyone to, stay in shape and to get after all of their goals. If you guys aren't already following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at riyadh.andrew, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.